Welcome to My Decadent Life. My name is Jennifer. Thank you so much for being here today. I am a hairdresser who has done some professional makeup in the past, a lot of bridal and formal kind of situations, and I have just had a love for makeup for such a long time. And one of my favorite things is cream products. So that is what this video focuses on today. I keep it really short and simple. We're doing basically just a contour and a bronzer, but it is my favorite ways to do it, two great ways to apply, and I just think in the end the skin looks beautiful. So if you're interested to see how I like to do that, please keep watching. So if you've been watching me for any length of time, you know how much I love Salt New York and the Cream Tint Pros. These are some of my all-time favorite cream products. I love cream products for the face. Even before I was 36, I know that they start to say, like, as you get older, cream is a little bit more forgiving. When I discovered cream makeup when I was much younger, I just loved it. I love the versatility. I love just how much you could create these shadows and so much powder layered on your face. Just truly, it just seemed like it didn't blend as well. And so I have always been a cream product gal. Now, I'm not going to do cream blush in this video. Please forgive me. I'm actually going to film after this an Honest Company cream blush demo. And so we will not be focusing on blush today, but I wanted to do the contour and the bronzer. And I want to show you my favorite way to do it. There's no right or wrong. You can do it however you want, but this is the way that I like to do it. And I do have a complexion video that probably also sort of touches on how I kind of, go about doing this most of the time. And again, my skin type and skin tone is different than yours. So you would probably maybe adjust what you purchase, but the cool thing about Salt New York is she has colors for everyone. So I have, I believe, medium tan, medium, this is contour, and this is the rose blush. So we won't be using this, but this is the color I love to contour with, whether I am tanner in the summer or a little bit paler in the winter. And then she also has, I think she has 6 in every, so there'd be like, I think 3 more even of these Sculpt and Bronze tones. So you would find what worked well for you. And I like to contour, and I do like to contour with the color Contour. It is definitely a little bit more of a ashier based product, and I love using my Wayne Goss 01 from one of his collections. So I just go ahead and I kind of focus that product more on the, angle. And I like to, I feel like I am puffy, I'm pregnant, I'm 36 weeks pregnant today. But when you see this, I might have a baby, who knows? I'm doing some pre-filming this weekend. So sometimes I can see where my contour should be better than other times, depending on where I'm at in puffiness land. But I can just set this brush just kind of like right in this little nook and just gently, just ever so gently. We're not talking like Kim Kardashian style. I just create this little shadow, just bam, right there with this brush, and it just works so well. I also like to, because of how my hairline is, you don't really see this, but I do like to kind of come up here and create a little shadow up against my hairline. Now, I have really lost hair with both of my daughters, so there will probably be some videos on camouflaging postpartum hair loss as well coming our way, but right now, my hair is pretty darn thick, so I'm really appreciating that. I'm going to take just a little bit more, and I like to just right under here. And I know you just don't want to make sure, like, you don't want it to be like up. You don't want a beard. And I definitely, actually, I haven't gained so much weight towards the end of the pregnancy. I gained it all in the beginning. But again, I keep saying I'm getting puffier. I'm definitely getting puffier. And just really make sure that that's nice and blended. So for sure you don't want any harsh lines, but I find that what'll happen is when I go back in with my bronzer, that'll get blended out a little bit more. So then you can take a sponge on your other side if you'd like to. So I really like how this has like this little angled side. It's pretty much exactly what is going on here. So I just dip into that product and kind of do that same thing. But this is just more uncomfortable for me, so I just find that I tend to use my brush. But I just want to give another option that is a good option as well. And then I'm just sort of blending that up. I find that with contour especially, you can accidentally you can get too low, and that is no good. And then I'm just going to take a little bit down here as well and do the same thing. I'm just going to kind of feather it, but I'm not going to take it up and around the edge. I'm just going to kind of feather. And then also feather it down a little bit. And same thing, just apply a little bit of product against this little hairline. We'll put a little bit right there too. I do have a little bit of a widow's peak, and it's pretty see-through right there. So then I'm going to go into the bronzer, and I like to mix these. It depends on how bronze I want to be. I'm going to take a different brush. I'm actually going to take, this is the Instapop cheek brush from Ecotools. I'm going to go into this color here. I believe this one is medium. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of product, not too much. And then I'm going to go above that contour where this bone protrudes out. And I'm just going to blend, 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 blend. And I'm kind of wild. I like to kind of just do a little across this bone, or across my, my nose. We're September right now, so I feel like it's appropriate to still really have a real tan. And I feel like that gives a nice kind of flushed tan look. And then we're just gonna kind of go right up here as well. I don't have major concerns about my forehead. I know it's a little bigger, but I wouldn't want to be too much more closed off. So I just like to kind of warm up that area. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take this chubby part of the bottom of this sponge over here and just do a good twist. Let me just show you. Just do a twist, get some product. Same thing with the higher point of that cheek and across right over here. I very seldom have to go back in for more. Just kind of run that through there. And sometimes I'll go right along the edge just to make sure that it's my neck has a little warmth on it so that it doesn't seem too different color, but it is appropriate for your neck to be a little bit lighter because the sun doesn't always hit your neck the same way. Now, contouring your nose, and this is so personal depending on your nose shape. Let me find a brush. So on the brush side, I grabbed this old Sonia Kashuk brush. And I'm going to go into that contour color, and I'm just going to take a little bit. I don't want too much. I'm going to be just very gentle. You can really contour your nose. You can contour it too much. I just feel like I'm really pretty rounded down here, and I like to just gently, let me kind of just turn my head, go ahead, focus mostly on the edge, and then just bring a little bit up, and I do kind of like to follow up into that brow bone. And then I'm going to sort of drag that down the side of my nose, but I'm not going to go any further than my nose. I'm not going to contour down into this fold. It tends to usually be dark enough the way it is. Sometimes I will go right down here. Same thing with this. I will take the tip. I'll just take this this little angled little tip and just put a little bit right through that center part. And then just gently find that place I want it and go ahead and apply. And this too, it makes it really easy then to just sort of blend that down and then blend it up. And then from there you can, if I wanted to, take my concealer, this is what I had used my concealer for, and kind of soften those edges. Because we don't want harsh edges. We want it to blend, but we don't want to completely take that contour away completely. You could use your finger, which again, I kind of hate doing. I feel like I just dab the product around a little bit too much. Another thing is if you have what you used for your foundation, you can go ahead and kind of blend your foundation in with it as well. I might even take this brush over here and just sort of feather through there, just to make sure it's not too stark. I find that once I go through and powder, it really will take down some of the boldness of that product. So in the same way that I applied the bronzer, I would put the blush on. So I would go ahead and dab and twist, and then just hit these more like high point. I like to blush kind of right here and like a little over my nose, and I would do the same thing over on this side and sort of blend up a little. And then I do like to, you can see exactly where my highlight would probably go, blend the blush into where the highlight would go. Like I don't like that stop and start. I kind of really like it to all sort of melt together. So that is how I would apply if I was doing that on video for you today. Just to give you a little overview on that, but I will just link the video on the cream blushes that I'm going to use today. But that'll be a little bit more of like my thoughts as well on the actual product. So that is just exactly what I would do, and I think that it is a great way to apply blush. It just looks so natural to use cream blush like that. So thank you so much for joining me on this video today. Of course, if you have seen any of my other videos, you know how much I love Salt New York, but there are other really great cream products out there as well. So whatever you have, don't feel like you need to buy something new. Just go ahead and experiment with those products, and don't be afraid of a cream product. Just because it might seem a little bit different, it is truly a really great way to get like a finished, polished look without feeling too overdone. So I hope you learned a little bit of something today in this video. That is always my goal, is to just share. I don't truly consider myself a teacher. I don't know that I have that much real knowledge as far as my love exceeding how much education I actually have. Let's put it that way. So if you like this video, please give it a like. I would really appreciate that. Consider subscribing, hit the bell so you don't miss any more videos, and I would love to see you in the next one. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.